Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm Canon, EOS photographer, RandallMRueff. Well, it's finally here. I'm not here, but it's here some places. The Canon EOS-1D Mark II instruction manual has finally come out. The camera isn't released until the end of the month, or the beginning, actually, the first of next month officially. But I was able to come across the PDF for the instruction manual. It wasn't on the Canon website, but it was on Google, so it's out there somewhere. So anyway, I downloaded it, and I thought I would go over the neat and interesting parts of it. There's a lot. It's a very long. It's 562 pages. 562 pages. So obviously in this video, I'm not going to sit here and read everything. But with that in mind, I am going to go over some of the neat things, and again, this may take a while, so sit down and relax. Let's get started. Let's see. Full frame CMOS sensor, 35.9mm by 23.9mm, 20.2 effective megapixels, dual digit 6, ISO speed of 100 to 51,200 native, 100% field of view coverage, 61 autofocus points, up to 41 cross types, maximum continuing shooting speed of approximately 14 frames per second during viewfinder shooting, or approximately 16 frames during the live view mode. 14 frames per second is probably going to be the way to go, because that 16 frames doesn't allow for autofocus. What that does with 16 is basically you can set your focus and take 16 frames per second. Whereas 14 frames per second is you're going to be able to autofocus during those 14 frames. So it tells you how fast this camera is. At least by today's standards, it's very fast. 4K up to a half hour. Dual pixel CMOS, GPS. They finally figured it out how to do it. They didn't do it how I would have done it, but it's kind of cool the way they did it. I think the way they did it's really cool. Makes a lot of sense too. So it comes with a camera, iCap, battery pack, battery charger, wide strap, interface cable, IFC-15U2, a cable protector, talking about the CFast and the compact flash card compatibility issue. Again, I'm going to go over a lot of this stuff real fast, or not at all. I mean, there's a lot of things you can look at, and okay, when it comes to, let's go back. Handling precautions. Most of the stuff is just common sense stuff right here. If you take care of your camera will take care of you, more than likely, as far as lasting long and being good. So just have common sense. Most of it. Okay, here we go. Nomenclature of the parts. This is kind of cool. Now, of course, this is pretty similar to the 1DX and the 1DC, so basically it's pretty close to the same as far as the outside. There's a few different changes and enhancements. And some things have been moved around, but for the most part, it's about 90% the same on the outside. It's with the inside that's really, I really do like these illustrations. These are really neat. So a lot to look at, a lot to comes with a new battery charger, but it is backwards compatible. showing you how to use the battery and how to charge it and how to plug it in. There's a lot of stuff you really do have to go through before you start taking pictures. For setting this up, you want to set it up and get it set up before you really different image settings: RAW, JPEG, RAW plus JPEG, large RAW, small RAW, large JPEG, medium JPEG, small JPEG. Just depends on what you need and what you want, and it may depend on the job you do. You know, so if you're working for a client or something, they may want JPEG, they may want RAW, they may, it just depends. Personally, I just use JPEG, the universal format. You can control your numbering system. GPS, setting up your GPS, which is kind of cool. Talks about using your flash. Using your different autofocus, shooting conditions, shooting movies. So we got different settings for movies, auto exposure, etc., etc. Let's go back. I want to see something. Okay, let's talk about the frame rates. Let's go back to this one. As you can see, there's a lot of information that can be observed simply by looking at your viewfinder. You definitely want to get to know what each of these means, so that you can best take care of the camera and know how it's running and what it's doing. And the better you know your camera, the better you're going to be able to use it and have fun using it and be creative. So you really do need to read this real thoroughly in depth, a lot more than I'm doing right now, obviously. I'm looking for some cool stuff to talk about here. Has the headphones, does have a headphone jack. A lot of people didn't like it, the older cameras that didn't have a headphone jack. Image playback, you get all kinds of information in the image picture information. It's just talks about how you can do stuff on your computer. Of course, there's lots of different ways you can order your prints. It's just a matter of how you prefer to do it. Talks about customizing the camera. And there's a lot of... You can customize this camera up the wazoo. I mean, there are so many options. So many different features. You could literally do a several-hour video just on setting up the camera if I want to take time to do it, if I had one to actually use. Okay, here we go. Talks about using a power outlet from the house to power it. Let's go back. This talks about the error codes and specifications. There you have it. Let's quickly go from page 562 back to 1. Boom, it's blazing. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. Okay. Now let's go through that again. So if you're Mr. Data from Star Trek, you can read it real fast. I just thought it was kind of neat looking. So let's go from page 1 to 562 in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. That's the end of it. Let's go back to the beginning. For those of you who like to read backwards, here we go. Yeehaw. There really is a lot of information in this. I mean, in this PDF, there's a lot of information. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A quick, brief overview of the Canon EOS-1D Mark II camera, which comes out officially here in the United States on the 1st of May. February, March. Yeah, May. 2016. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to get one or several of them. Be nice. I just don't know how I'm going to do that yet, or if it's going to happen. Still hoping, still praying. I just don't have any idea because I don't have the money. So I appreciate any and all help. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this brief, very brief overview of the instruction manual. Just Google EOS-1D Mark II instruction manual, and you can come to the link where I downloaded this. It's free of charge, no cost. I'm sure before too long it'll probably be on Canon's website. I don't know why it's not where I thought the normal place I looked, but for some reason it's not yet. And it may be by now, so as far as I know, because I haven't checked back recently, the last couple hours. But I would imagine it'll be on Canon's website with all the other information for the 1D Mark II eventually. But until then, just again Google EOS-1D Mark II instruction manual, and it'll give you the link, and you can download it. It's 562 pages, lots and lots and lots of information. I mean, it would literally take me hours to go through this page by page, and I'm not going to do that. But I hope you enjoyed this brief overview of the Canon EOS-1D Mark II, which is going to be released May the 1st, 2016 AD. Until next time, I'm Canon EOS photographer RandallMRueff, saying thanks for watching. Have a good day. May God bless you. Oh yeah, keep taking those pictures. Bye.